my gosh. Okay. All right, let's do this. What is up, friends? Happy Wednesday. Welcome to this new series, this growth series that I've started. Your girl is here. I'm actually getting ready to go to work. So this is like my work face, my work gear. Okay. If you're catching the live, hashtag live. If you're catching the replay, hashtag replay. And if you're new to here and you're like, what's going on here? Because you've been watching me on YouTube for 6 years and like, oh my gosh, Rochelle's back. Yes, I am. Or again, if you're new here, comment new so we can welcome you here to the community. I'm starting this grow series. So I'm going to go live every Sunday, Wednesday, and Friday. And if you know a little bit about me, if you know a lot about me, I'm really huge on goals and achieving them and meeting them. And I'm here to inspire you to like you can do any goal, right? Again, share with me your goals if you have not yet and on Sundays live. But not only that, but to show you like the realness of it. Like, social media is like a highlight reel, right? It's like all the wins, 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 and that's great. But then when we get to a low, like how do we move through that? Okay. So I'm going to recap on our wins on Sunday or our goals from Sunday's live. Let me see in terms of my personal goals. I'm trying to go here and see what. Okay. So we started first of all. I started to go live. Right. I decided like, hey, August, let's be more consistent with the lives. Let's start recreating that community. Let's get more engagement. Okay. Another goal I have for the week. This is all week. Okay. So like you gotta get these micro steps, goals, because not only do you help yourself move forward by taking action, but also you gain that confidence. Okay, it's the confidence and the that builds the momentum, and when you get to momentum, oh my gosh, it's like you get that energy, you're feeling you're on a roll. Okay. My second goal was in terms of I'm working on my business, my health, and just legacy, like my children, and building something that I can pass on or that I can instill in them. So with my personal health journey, my whole mission in life right now, and this my whole brand and platform is to outlive my mom. My mom passed away last year at 78. So my goal now is to fuel this body, take care of this body so that I can outlive her. So now 79 and beyond, but not only that, just like have that longevity, that quality of life. Thank you for watching. Let me know where you're chiming in from, okay? And as a nurse, I know these things, right? But did I follow through on them? Like I see and I teach, patients how to do better, how to live better. But did I instill them in myself? I will give myself credit and say yes, I would. Because when I do see them in the hospital, I mean, they're at their worst, right? They came in because they're sick from their condition that they're suffering from, or they have a newly diagnosed condition. And so, as what going on 19 years in nursing world, like the age gap is getting closer, right? No longer am I in my 20s dealing with grandmas who are 60, 70, 80, 50, and that felt so distant. Now I'm in my 40s and I'm treating people that are 50, 60, and I'm like, okay, this is just literally around the corner. So now it's time to like buckle down. And then it wasn't until my mom's passing where I'm like, okay, you better start now. Like I got that clarity. And so one of that was to lose 25 pounds. So I reached my goal range. Okay. I know 25 pounds is like nice and solid, but I wanted to be below 130. So I'm ranging between 124, 129. Okay. Because weight fluctuates. I'm proud to say that. And now the whole goal is to keep it there. And one of them is to build muscle. So muscle is like the secret to life, longevity in terms of and emotion and movement, right? Let's not make it complicated, people. If you eat right and you keep moving your body, then that's your way of self taking care of it. I did use a tool to help me lose the weight. If you want more information, I'll feel free to share. I haven't quite been so out about it. I've shared it with a few people, and that's just maybe that be my next week's goal is to like let go of the shame, let go of like judgment. But if you want more tools, it did help me speed up. I started in April and I just wrapped it up like a couple weeks ago, and it did help me lose the 25 pounds. But not only that, I did hire a personal trainer. I joined a gym. Those were huge steps for me. And so now this week was like, I'm going to get at least 3 sessions of weightlifting. So I did one last night. I did work with my trainer this morning, and I'm expected to meet her this Friday. If not, then I'll do a hit class on Saturday. Okay, so made progress. I am on track to meet my goal of like doing 3 sessions of weight training. Okay, that's in addition to 30 minutes of movement every day. In terms of my business, I did talk about like, hey, I'm going to start this referral, this referral membership, where if you want to make $1,000 a month or like an extra $1,000, let's connect with me, comment me, and me if you want more information. And that way, there's no way you have to join. There's no money down. It's just full on like money in your pocket. Just by sharing a few things. Okay, that's a business card, sharing my name, basically a referral system. How I'm doing with that? I have not launched it yet, and I have not talked about it yet. And again, I know myself, it's because of shame. It's because of judgment. It's because of like, I don't have everything perfectly set up yet in terms of like funnels, words, like how to approach people. Um, and, you know, me wanting to be everything's got to be perfect in order for me to start. I've slowly walked away from that. I mean, this business I just jumped on. I knew I was ready. And so I'm here to tell you, like, I think you just need to start. Who cares? It's never going to be perfect. The timing's never going to be perfect. Even I'm so focused on like the task and the systems and the flow, that in the end, when I do get everything set up, I will be honest, like I don't end up launching, or I don't end up sharing. So I spent all this money and time setting things up in the background, and nobody shows up. That's like preparing myself for a huge house party. I got the decor, I got the catering, I got the outfit, but I never send out the invitation. And I think this is the reason why I'm doing these lives is because I need this for accountability, right? So, you know, so thank you for listening, right? Thank you for chiming in. If you do chime in, I'm going to catch more people in the replay because it's early here on the West Coast, and I have to go here shortly because I start work here soon. So that is what's also going on with my business. And then in terms of legacy, like I was talking about, like, one of the things is to be able to, I have a whole year to pay off or like to come up with at least 25 grand for my daughter's first year in high school. She's in 8th grade. So what I did do is I mapped out how much more I need to make extra in business or in nursing. And it's like roughly about 2000, a little bit over the 2000, let's just say 2200 a month, that I need to put in a nest egg. So now that I know that figure, I can work towards that. In addition, your girl does have some debt, totally normal, okay? Because we did invest in a new timeshare, or we went to a timeshare. We went over in Florida, and so it's just like we want this bigger trips next year for our birthday. So I'm going to be working towards paying that off this month too. Like hopefully cutting it down in August, at least most of the chunk of it by the end of the year. So those are my goals. They are scary. If you have yet to share with one goal, several goals for this week, how is it going? Okay. And then Friday, I'm gonna go live Friday, probably Friday evening after work. I'm just like summing up, like how did it go? What worked? We're calling that. What is it on Fridays? We are calling it. Figure it out Friday. And again, this will be weekly. Okay. Just for accountability, quick check-ins. And because we're better when we're together, right? When we have other people rooting for us, but not only that, when we verbalize it, when we write it down in the chat, like my goal this week is to join a gym. My goal this week is to do 10,000 steps 3 times this week. Like for me, that's an easy step for me. 10,000. Now it's like I have to elevate that. Like I can make 10,000 because of my nursing career, because I do my daily 30-minute walks. But now it's more like, okay, let's level this up and like increase my heart rate for at least 30 minutes, right? For that cardiovascular effect. But maybe for you, it's just like maybe meeting one day this week, 10,000, then bump up to 2 to 3. So share with us, share your flops, your wins. For the midweek check-in, and I'm just here to cheer you on. It's the week is not over. You still got this, okay? Today is a new day. Pick yourself up from where it was. and then continue it on. And can't wait to hear what you what your wins are. All right. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Go ahead and comment the replay if you caught the replay, and like, we got this. You got this. Let's rock on. Let's crush our goal. Okay. Take care. Ta ta for now. Bye.